name is Kirsten.
And my name is Lynn.
And we have a lot of colors. The objective with our scientific work.
Er den bog?
Yeah. We would like to investigate how colors affect your memory and mood, because we think that colors has a big effect on us and our memory. Introduction. Think about this world without colors. It would be boring and it would give you an effect. Most people may feel sad about it because red is beautiful flowers in the garden with a red color. Or yellow, I don't know, but we wouldn't feel very good about that. Colors play a vital role in our daily lives. And it's been proven that our activities and responses are influenced by the colors. Many people actually don't know if the color makes them happy or sad, or they don't know the color psychology. What is the color psychology? That is the meaning of the color. Is color linked? No, we don't think so. The human eye can see 7 million colors. These colors can affect you and your body. Color can color can affect your mood, entire decoration, and to physically influence behavior and even cause physical reaction like raising blood pressures. We live a life through colors because of our awareness and our unconscious.
Our experiment and method. We have designed a simple experiment to try to find out if color and color pictures has an influence in our memory. So we gave our participants 30 seconds to look at 15 words that were written in black first, and the second test were written in colors, and the third test were written in black, but a picture related to. And then they got 30 seconds to look at the paper, and then we took it away, and they got 1 minute to write down all the words that they could remember. So finally we calculate all the average numbers of the words that they could remember in the 3 different tests to see if you could remember more with color or color pictures.
Color have a different meaning to different people. Maybe you think about red as when you cut yourself with the finger in the kitchen and it comes a lot of blood. Or you think about the time when your boyfriend came with red flowers. We don't know, but then your mind starts to tell you that red is a dangerous color or red is a good color because you have the experience with it. And that's why us people, we have different favorite colors. Does color have such an influence, and why? It was when we were less developed animals and we used color to survive. It is still a little bit part of us and it still has an effect. It sits in our lower brain, and all of these things we do is still based on very rudimentary senses and our brain activities. We humans have colors in millions of years. Colors is a big part of us and our perception. Marketing and color business. Since color is a big part of us, it's very important that the market use the right color, because the market has to get us the right emotion. So it's very important. The project can give you many experiences because of the color. Example: culture, religion, nature, gender, race, and nationality. Some colors have different meanings for different cultures. If you're going to make a color discuss, you have to determine the target audience to give the right message. Colors have to be carefully selected. It is also important to have the right color in the window shop. It's very important because if you have Halloween theme, for example, and you have yellow as a color theme, and people will not get attracted to it because they know when they were little that its Halloween theme is all about the deep and dark colors. So it's very important because it's all about to attract us.
Then the last days, you have maybe seen this dress on it has been all over the social medias, and that's because people see it in different colors. Some see it gold and white, or others see it in black and blue, and that's because it's something in your eye lens and the light on the picture, and that's a different wavelength corresponding to the 2 colors people see. So the light hits the black retina, and that's where the eye pigments fire up the connections.
The general model of colors. The general model of color physically relies on 6 basic principles. Color can carry specific meaning. Color meaning is based in learned meaning or biological innate meaning. The perception of color causes evaluation automatically by the person perceiving. The evaluation process forces color-motivated behavior. Color usually exerts its influence automatically. Color meaning and effect has to do with the context of the mode. Color symbols. Red. The color red is the most vibrant color in the color alphabet. The color red symbolizes love, medication, sale, passion, hunger, and anger. Many fast food companies also use red, like McDonald's, Pizza Hut, KFC, Wendy's, Burger King, and that's of course. Blue. Blue is a color that symbolizes smartness, trust, calm, faith, nature, power, and stable. Many social media also use blue in their logos, as Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, LinkedIn, Skype, and Vimeo. There are many symbols why it's blue, but the biggest part of them is that it's a trustworthy site. That means that we feel trust on the site. Our eyes start to trust the color, and then our brain starts to trust the color. Blue symbolizes also that you're in a connection, like Facebook, you are connected to people. How does our memory work? All the brains have a brain, and we humans also have, but ours is different. It's unique because our brain gives us the power to remember forever, to speak, to solve problems like math. Our brain also gives us the power to have short-term memory and long-term memory.
We all have three memory sections: the long-term memory, the short-term memory, and the sensory memory. The sensory memory is all the information you will get, but you'll forget it pretty fast because it's not something your brain wants to know. It's just some things that your brain will adapt and save. But normally we don't know about this memory because it's implicit. So the short-term memory is the provisional store, and it's only remember things in a few minutes, and it can only remember different things at a time. And of course, it depends on who you are. But short-term memory gets input from the long-term memory and the sensory memory. And the long-term memory has an unlimited store capacity, and a good memory will stick there forever unless you get damaged or disease that will get your brain to not connect. The long-term memory has an amazing information about you and the world around us. So, however, this long-term memory has before it can get this memory, it goes through a completely big system. It goes first through your sensory memory and where it takes the information. Then it goes to your short-term memory and takes the most important things, and then it goes to a long-term memory where it will stick there forever. So, out of our five senses, your vision is the one that helps you remember the most. In order to carry the information from the short-term memory to the long-term memory, it depends on your attention, connection, and reputation. Moreover, what they call constellation. So the scientist has divided the long-term memory in three groups. The episodic memory, and that is the personal memory, like events or situations that you have experienced in school, at home, anywhere. And the semantic memory is the knowledge memory that's embody our general knowledge about our vocabulary and our knowledge of geography and chemical formulas and so on. So the procedure memory is the action memory, and that is from our practical skills like driving on a bike, in car, play tennis, and so on.
Conclusion. Our results clearly indicate that if you see a word in a related picture, then you greatly improve the memory of the words. However, there was not a huge difference between the black letters to the colored letters. Maybe that was because we have yellow as a color, and that's very hard to see on white paper. For example, the average of the black letters, it was 6.6, and the average of the colored letters was 6.9. And the average with the words with the related picture was 9.5. Maybe if we had more students, it would have been a larger between them. What have we learned? Our conclusion in learning in this science fair project is that we have learned a lot of this. We have learned how to have group work, find information about the subject, and especially how to plan, execute, analyze, and investigate a subject to the end. We also think that this project has given us a new insight on how you can work in the future, education and job. We will say thank you to our parents, Ellen, Jenny, Sophie Brosbøl, and the classes we did experience.